Shalom, Shalom. This is Kaparia, aka Pops out of Gym at Chicago, with another sit down. Before I get started,
right there in the Bible is one of the sons of Judah. Out of Judah's son Zerah. So the Trojan hierarchy.
Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakwadash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, I want to send double honors because they do rule well. This is Kaparia out of GMS Chicago. Okay. As the scripture says, a wise man will hear a word and add on to it. This is going to be a small addition to two great men breaking down some things. This is Elder Malcolm breaking down and putting pictures to the elder out of New York, as he coined himself the original historian, which is so true, because when I first came in, this was the historian that I first started listening to at first. And then, like I said, and I used to actually make the comparison because Malcolm had the history, and that was up close to me here in Chicago, and Benji had the science. And before I got a chance to know this elder's name, I used to call him Benji Malcolm because of the fact that he could hold them both down. He could hold down the history, and he could hold down the science part of it. So, quite a great man that I'm looking at right here. So anyway, basically, Elder Malcolm in this video is breaking down and putting visuals to what this elder is breaking down out of the scriptures, okay? But like you said, lies and identity thefts and all these other kinds of things being there, I'm just going to put a couple of scriptures on the top of that for that point and this. So let me let this play just a hot sec.
That would mean that King Priam, who was played by a white man in the movie Troy, with Brad Pitt, King Priam is supposed to be a black man. His son Paris is supposed to be a black man. Hector is supposed to be a black man. But you got white people to play these roles. Give me
let's pause it right there. All right. I actually kept the cover of that movie because that's actually one of my favorite movies.
Okay, so as you can see, the title of this is British Imperialism Lie Dismantled. Okay, Elder Malcolm. So I'm suggest that you go and put the videos together. Go and watch Elder Malcolm's break this down and whatnot. But like I said, as far as the lies, as he just said, the scriptures I'm gonna put there just to correlate the lies that this would be happening is this. I'm gonna start with where I'm at. Yeah, I'm gonna start with Job 8:8. It says, "For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of thy fathers." This is the shortcoming of the two. Actually, this is the shortcoming of predominantly of the world. Okay, because the historians is actually heck of a thing. The historians have actually put this together so that it is readily available in this information age to be able to see what the scriptures are saying, to see the ancient artifacts that can be pulled up to collaborate and show that the truth is being told, and that the scriptures even will show you that there will be lies being told in the process of, if it doesn't match up to the scripture. Okay, if it doesn't match up to the scriptures, then it's going to be a lie. So that's the aspect that I'm getting ready to tackle with just a few scriptures. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because, like I said, you really need to go and watch this video in its entirety to be able to get it. But here it goes. So this is Job, like I said, 8 and 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of their fathers. Like I said, the 2/3 won't do that. They won't go and see what it is that their fathers had going on and what they was doing back in those times, so they won't know. Okay, for we are for this is verse 9. For we are but of yesterday, and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are shadow. Shall not they teach thee and tell thee and utter words out of their heart? So this Edomite, in his desire to be God, as Isaiah the 14th chapter would say, um, he's gonna teach you that he's along that line, and that's what the brothers are getting ready to go into right here at this particular point in time. Elder Malcolm is getting ready to show you off of a DVD cover of that these people put themselves in these prominent roles and these types of things to the same thing iconoclasm did back in the 1400s or so, early 1500s, to put themselves in that position of authority to whitewash the whole scenario and make you think that these are the people of the Lord, when it's a total lie. Okay? So they teach you. So verse 10, like I said, 8 and 10 of Job, shall not they teach thee and tell thee and utter words out of their heart? So they're going to teach that deceit. They're going to teach that deceit. They're going to teach them lies and have you believe, or want you to believe, that they are these people. Okay? Okay, I'm going to actually jump down to 13 in this thing too. Verse 13, 8 and 13 of Job. So are the paths of all that forget the Most High, and the hypocrites' hope shall perish. So he had hoped that he could keep this hidden, but that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't going to happen at all. So he done taught these lies, and now these lies are being exposed. Okay, and in the end days, in the latter times, this was all said to be done, so that first you gotta demoralize and expose this Edomite for who he is, and then his destruction, then the downfall, and then his destruction. Okay. Next scripture I'm gonna go to is going to be Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. All these things have been before. So since it's not new, you can go back and research it. Okay, you don't have to wonder, well, why is this or why is that? This is history, so you don't have to wonder if it could be done. It is being done, and the history shows that it has been done. Okay, period. Period. Okay, verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of those things that are to come, that those that shall come after. So there was no remembrance of those things. So our people, the Israelites, are led astray, as Malcolm X said, and Denzel Washington portrayed. You've been led astray. You've been bamboozled, and all those other catchphrase terms that they used in the movie that they said Malcolm X said, and these types of things. Okay. You don't remember these things, so since you don't remember these things and you don't go do your research, this is why the 2/3 will be the 2/3, because they're gonna be ignorant of these things. It said, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Since they don't want to remember Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and what happened and what's going on, and this, that, and other, they can't bring it to modern times and see it's not nothing new. It's actually regurgitated and redone time and time again. Okay, that movie of Troy is just a cinematic version of the whitewashed picture that we use when we're talking about iconoclasm. Okay, it's just an extension of that. Okay, so last scripture I'm gonna use. I'm gonna go to Jude 1 and 5, and then I'm gonna probably go skip down to 10. Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this. So that you knew who your enemy was, you knew what was going on and all these things, but you forgot. And even though the history is there to remind you so you can know who your enemy is, these Israelites not going to. And that's why they're going to be labeled a two-third. I'm not speaking on the other nations or races because of the fact that their lot is their lot. Okay? And all 17 nations are going under subjection to the Israelites when Yahweh releases Yahweh Shah and let him come back and establish his rule and his dominance and his kingdom here on the planet. I don't have to speak about the other 17 other nations. That's going to happen. Okay? The two-thirds is the ones that the opportunity was never there, but they were predestined to be these people. And so, as part of the elect, when you see these two-thirds walking around here in the dark and this type of thing, and if you try to shed some light, they want to stay in the dark, you leave them in the dark. Okay? You put enough light on it if that's what the Spirit leads you to do, to take the cloak away, and that's it. That's it. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Don't get mad. Don't get pissed off. And for you newer people that think y'all want to try to, you newer converts that are coming into this thing here in the last days or whatever the case might be, if your people ain't able to get it with the little information that you're able to bring to them, they're not meant to get it. Because when I came in, my son didn't have a whole lot of information, but he had people around him that knew. And that was what pulled me in. I'm listening to something that he's saying that has went against something that, I won't say against, that is something different than what I had exposed him to. Let me go find out. And if they're curious about the person, if they're curious about you as that person, they'll want to know, what is it that's changing your thought process? What is it that's going on? And if it's meant for them, that draw will bring them in, if that's what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua desires to have happen. Period. But like I said, you heard what the apostle had said, Tahar, there's no new membership basically coming into Israel here in GMS anyway. So, like I said, see, all that's got to be weighed out in the process. Okay, so that's not going to be for you youngers to even be able to really be able to feel that. This is something that you got to take to the men that are above you and let them get a feel for what's going on in your life. So you got to have an open door and be able to talk to who's set up above you to be able to have these kind of conversations. But back to this. This is the Jude 1 and 5. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you once knew this, how that Yahweh, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. That's the two-thirds. So you're going to have people that you're going to know. There's going to be family members and everything else that's going to be destroyed because that was their lot. They didn't believe. Period. Okay? And lies were being told and everything else. So let me skip down to 10. But these speak evil of those things which they knew not. This Edomite. He knows what it is that's going on, but he doesn't know these prophecies. So he speaks evil of the man that's able to break this down. But they speak evil of those things which they knew not. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. So this Edomite has corrupted himself, but he was made for corruption. That's his job, to corrupt the planet. And since he was meant to be to kill, steal, and destroy, guess what? Look at what he's done to the planet. He done killed. He's killing the natural resources. He done destroyed the planet. Okay, kill, steal, and he done did identity theft, which is what the elder is speaking of right here. British imperialism lie dismantled. So they kill, they steal, and they destroy. Destroyed the planet, killed the people and the resources, and stole different people's identities to be able to hide behind that mantle while they did this thing. Okay, there it is. So, like I said, this is an excellent video. Um, like I said, you you got a legend. Speaking of a legend, okay, because these men gonna be legends in the kingdom. Okay, you got a legend speaking of a legend, and like I said, I'm back here in the background just marveling at the work that they're doing. So this is Kapari, aka Pops, as they say, with his small add-on to it. I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakah Kodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York. I send double honors because they do real well. To the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly, properly breaking down the scriptures and giving you the true meanings of what's being said and how it's being interpreted. I send salutations. Hopefully, elect, I hope this is edifying. Aquafta's listeners to say it in charity, keep doing so, but the scorn and scoff of reprobate 2/3 Israelites and 17 other nations is closer than what you think. With that, a ball.